go to Thursday night. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 15th of February, and we're halfway through the month. So, got 2 more weeks to go to reach your whatever you have set yourself as your target. Um, and there is a meeting in Durban this afternoon. If you still know anyone, you can call them and say, please wander along there. And then also today, I would wanted to we've had a really good week with sponsoring this week. Rob and I have brought a new person in who has been linked to a person above her who spoke to her originally. So we welcome particularly today Intaba Singh, who is for her sins. Sorry, Intaba Singh. She's remarking matric maths today, but I'm sure she will be joining us hopefully in the future. And hello, Monica Dube. Wonderful to see you. I love all our Monicas here. And then also we have heard that there are a number of people in the wings coming in to join our network, and we don't quit and we keep focused, and on we go. So today, I don't know if any of you went to the Thursday night training. I unfortunately didn't, but bless them. The McDermotts have sent through to us the training, and these wonderful charts that I'm going to share with you today on PowerPoint, and I will send them out on the group. And I encourage you to make a copy of each one of these and to use them, because this is our system. This is how the vision team does the business. And it's you'll see when we've been through it how it makes it so much easier for all of us to present. And we all have to present. If we're not presenting, then we've got to work on what's stopping us from presenting and just find a way to go through that blockage, climb over that wall. Okay, so the first one, and they've updated everything, and it's for Murray, you will recognize these have been around for years and years and years, but now they seem to have got it all consolidated and into a proper system. So we know exactly what we're doing. So the first divided rectangle into two triangles or more is called the business presentation wedge of interest. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Identify, need, solution, close, follow up. And Meryl, I think I've mentioned to you before, I actually have somewhere when I started using this many years ago, I made myself like little flashcards. I cut up those little cardboard cards into 5. So as if I was doing a speech in a classroom as a learner, I carried them with me. And it's just a tool, and it's very useful. So that you don't have to, please don't try learning all this stuff off by heart, because it's almost impossible when you start doing it. But the more you do it, the more it becomes just in your head and there forever. So the identify is to identify who you are, your story, where you were, where you are, and where you are heading. So it's your why. Okay, you could change those into where, why, what, but it's the W's coming at the beginning there. Who are you? You're wanting to speak to the person and to try to build some sort of commonality between you. What have you got in common? And that's why I know that this business works so well in a big city like Johannesburg, because people will only come to you who are attracted to you. I mean, they're not all going to be attracted to the next door one who's also doing the business. So it's know, like, and trust you and the person you are talking to. Then you go to identify the need. And I love this because Rory always does this in his talks. And he usually goes 90 and 95 and 5%, but they've changed it to 90 and 10%. at 65 years of age, and this is based on insurance statistics, I believe, the sad face, those are the people who have not acquired enough money to live out the rest of their lives in comfort. You don't have to have massive wealth, but to be able to be independent and pay your bills. And it's only around about 10% of people on the planet who ever achieve that. And of that 10%, it's something like 3 to 5% are people who've inherited trust funds. So it's a very, very small number of people who are doing it. Excuse me, I have a sip of coffee. So you go in to explain to the person the world of uncertainty, investment, pension, schooling, inflation, cost of living, whatever the need is, because we are talking here about business. This is not about health. This is about business. However, you could use it and develop it for your health story as well. But in other words, I am in trouble. So you're looking for those people who've got debt. No, we don't want to get everybody who's in debt. We're looking for people who have a need. That's the big word, need, and are looking for a solution to their problem. And if you haven't yet solved your problem through this method of Neolife, then you can use stories from people who have. That people who have had the need, they've gone out and they've done gone and done what they had to do. So the solution that you then provide. So notice how I love this, that the triangle's getting bigger. Neolife is cash producing, and it becomes an asset, and then from there it becomes a legacy. And so the solution is you change your buying habits, you build a team, and you find some customers. Isn't that so simple? We don't even need to put personal development in there. Change your buying habits. Tell the person you just have to change your cleaning. And so you can go here into a little bit of elaborate on the products.
Sorry, Monica.
Yes, Bob?
I just want to welcome Terry here. He's one of my colleagues that I work with. Terry, this is my wife, Monica, who's giving us the presentation, yeah? And she's just going
Yeah,
on about if we're going to present the business, these are the sort of things that we must get a handle on. And yeah, so I'll probably come up with the whole thing of follow-up. That's why I sent you this invitation. And I probably started at the wrong end, but it's fine. Just listen to Monica. She's a brilliant speaker and she's a teacher. So we'll leave it to her. Thanks, Monica.
And Terry, he left something out. I
great.
am the love of his life. Welcome,
Happy-
Terry.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Happy to be part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So
Sorry.
thank you so much for introducing Terry, Rob. And Terry, yeah, we've only just started, and I'm going through a little PowerPoint, which has been put together by our leaders for a way to show people the Neolife opportunity. And so just to quickly summarize, we start by telling who we are. We look at what people need, and the little faces on the left-hand side are indicating how many people, when they get to 65 years of age, are absolutely have not enough money to maintain their pay their bills, etc. Then the third area in the middle is the solution, which we provide for people. And the first thing is we are a mechanism for people to start a side hustle, essentially, and start building a new asset into their lives, which then you can leave to your children. And so the solution I was just on when you came in, you've got to change your buying habits, and we can talk about our cleaning products there. We all clean our homes, we all wash our clothes. Why not use a top of the range product, which is environmentally safe, in other words? And then it's number two is build a team. And what Rob and I are saying to people these days, you've got to build a soccer team. You've got to find yourself a group of people who you connect with and who would like to come on a Saturday morning and listen to Monica or whoever is talking and learn how to do this. And then from there, you will build your customers. The circles are below, and the solution is very, very, very intimately involved with these circles. In the middle is you, 250. You have to do some selling on the left-hand side, which is the customers, which is number 3. On the right-hand side, you are partnering with Neolife, our company, who do everything for us. So you can see for the others of you who are more familiar with this, at this point, you can break your presentation and draw the circles and explain to people that they have to find that team who will then do the duplication as you are duplicating. Then the fourth area in the fourth block on the right-hand side is the close. So we go identify who you are, look for the need for the person. Here is our solution. The close would be speak to the person about, have they got a desire? Now, recognize that a lot of people don't have a desire to change their lives. But you are looking for the ones who do. This is an opportunity, and we know that there are opportunities going past all of us all day, all the time. Would they like to take a look at this opportunity in more detail? And if they want to take advantage of it, they've got to take action. So this is where we handle objections. There are something like about 5 objections that have been identified to this type of business. I don't have time. I don't have money. Your products are too expensive. I've got children. I can't, etc., etc. And it's the most terrible thing for people like me. The first time I got an objection, you know, it can blow people straight out the water. But once you realize there are only about 5 of them, and they're not attacking you, it's not about you. It's actually, they just say, what they're really saying is, I'm not ready. It's not the right time. And that's why it's very important to keep in touch with people, keep and follow up. Well done, Rob, for following up with Terry. And but it's the same in any business. It's the same story. You have to keep in touch with people. And that's I've gone into the 5th one here, which is the follow-up. And then hopefully the person in the 4th, if they are wanting this, and believe me, it always has shocked me intensely that you can talk to 12, you could talk to 9 people and they all turn you down. And you don't even finish the presentation with the 10th one. They say, give me the form. And they sign and they pay and they join. So you just have to keep on talking to people. It's a numbers game. So with the follow-up, you have got to do a kit orientation. You've got to go with the person to do a first demonstration and do the business opportunity for them. You do it for 2 or 3 times with the person. And then you help them to become independent of you. And then it's very important just for people to order products. It's not difficult for this generation of the younger people these days, because they're so computer orientated that they understand immediately and are used to buying online if you're in here in Johannesburg and other places around South Africa. And it's just another form of shopping online for many. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn this page around. I didn't do okay, what a pity. I didn't prepare that for us in advance. But too bad. We can all turn our heads to the left. Sorry, I'm having a panic attack. All right, now these 2 pages here, I'm going to send this out for you. Please print all of them, okay? This one is before you actually would do the wedge of interest, would be a suggestion. These are to test pages, to check out if the person has got any interest in being an entrepreneur. Obviously, all of us who are here this morning are interested in entrepreneurship. I call it a side hustle. It has made such a big difference to our lives that I try to encourage people to think about doing that themselves. So there are a whole lot of questions there. It's very simple, and it's just to ask the person before you get into the wedge of interest, would they like to do the business? And it's got 4 steps, and here on this page here is the 4th step, which is another variation on those circles. Also on this page, which I think is interesting for some people who are really, really wanting to do this, okay? Because we tell you that there's no ceiling to the amount of money you can earn. And that for some of us, and I have to be quite honest, for me, has been always a challenge to think, how big can we allow ourselves to go? But that each person is different on that level, because it depends on how you think. Because we're talking here about the thinking game. But this rectangle on the bottom left-hand side, the right-hand side, sorry, and below the circles. In this one here, when you're starting to do your solution, and here, you're going to always start telling people about the point system. We get paid on the points. And in South Africa, we are dollar-based. So you will look in your price list, you'll see the BV is what is the number that our bonuses come out of. So you can make money as from your selling, from your profit, and you can make money for the main amount of money that you can make is from your bonus, and that comes out of your team or your soccer team or the people that you have sponsored to join you. Now, this is a very, very important 1 to 12 that for newcomers can be very, very daunting. It took me years actually to get to grips with what all this meant. But don't stress about it. You've got to start at the bottom, and you've got to do what you've got to do, which is get out there, join, number 1. Learn a little bit about the system, this thing. Go out and talk to other people. Start using the products and start working immediately towards your 250 points. Now, when you're getting somebody started, it is very important that they know that they have to do their own 100 a month. If you don't have 100 points, link to your number. So when you join, you get a number, an ID, Neolife ID number, which is valid for you to use anywhere in the world. We are on over 50 markets, and if you have a person, as we have our daughter in the Netherlands, we've got somebody in our network who's got people in Portugal, we've got people up in Zambia, so every time anybody joins, they link to your number. Now, the people who are serious and want to make this thing, make the money for them, you have to get it as soon as quickly to a 250 point. And then, unlike the corporate world where everybody is stamping on everybody else to get to the top, in this type of business, you have to help the people below you for yourself to progress. So it's a selfless kind of business in many ways. And I'm not trying to say it's not about giving up everything that you've got in order to make the next person happy. It's about assisting that person. I do love the little saying, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So there's an interesting shift there that we get on our mindset. You have to be available to help people. And that's why, come hell or high water, this group carries on. We don't stop, because on a weekly basis, we are here and to assist and to help people to get their businesses running. All right, so I'm not going to go through all the details on here, because you will get this on we'll WhatsApp it to all of you. But I want you just to see 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. People who are at the 2 diamond level have got what we call 12 directors, and a 1 diamond, which is round up as 10 directors in their team. So for Thierry, so just so you understand, a director is somebody, if you have a look at the circle here, above here on the right, who has got a total of 4,000 points coming in through themselves and their team. 4,000 points makes you a director. It is our main goal when you join Neolife. You must get to director as soon as possible. It might take you 6 months. It might take you 30 years. It doesn't matter. Each person goes on their own speed. Yes, I see your thumbs up. Thank you. However, it is important for people to realize that the quicker you get another director going in your network, the bigger your points and the bigger your money. So this Sapphire is a main target for all of us here. And when you get to be a Sapphire, you get invited to a once-a-year lifestyle event. In May this year, they're going to a 5-star hotel in Cape Town. Once you get up into the 4 ruby, people at that level have got 6 directors in their network, and they have 100,000 point business, and they are earning nothing less than 100 to 200,000 rand a month in rands. So you can see why people stick to it, because you know, a pension for many people is in South Africa is not matching what people who are from Sapphire up earning from this business. Okay, and then just to finish off and just to open it up for any questions anybody have our beloved Andre Murray, she invented these steps, and I know that nobody would be happier than she to see us using it. It has become one of my main tools in my toolkit. So again, you'll see that when you go through these, the writing, there's a lot of repetition, but it's just repetition is what gets us there. Repeat, 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 and you will duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. And so this is just again to emphasize to a new person and to remind ourselves, every single person who joins this business comes in as a distributor. You'll go to your 250 points and then up to 500, and the company gives you a title of manager. Now notice that the percentages along the bottom will indicate the amount of money that you are going to be earning as you build up. So we had a very interesting example in December in our network. Somebody got to 250 points. Her upline had done her 100 points, so the upline got went to 350 points or 400. The person below the top person earned around about 120 rand, and the person who'd done the fewer points got 38 rand. So what I'm trying to say to you is it's very fair. You will earn, and this is what I didn't emphasize. If I go back to this picture, you are here doing your 250. You have 3 people doing 250. Each one of those 4 people in the circle are earning. And it all is based on the points and fairly distributed. Whatever is in the kitty for that amount of points, you would then be getting based on 1,000 points, because you have got 250. And then below you've got that makes 500, 750, 1,000. All right, so you will earn around about 1,000 rand, and this person would be earning around about 120, 120, 120. Then if those 3 people then get themselves another 4 people, they will then each have 1,000 points. They'll be earning 1,000 rand. That one there will be earning 1,000. That one will be earning 1,000, and all the little ones will be earning 150, 150. But it's building up, and then you get to 4,000. And here in South Africa at the moment, a 4,000 PV is somewhere in the vicinity. I'm going to be conservative, between 10 and 15,000 rand. So it goes manager, senior manager is 1,000 points, 10%. Executive manager, 2,000 points, 15%. 3,000 points, 20%. And then director as a fully qualified director is earning that 10 to 15,000 rand. And then from there, once you build your first director under you, then you become world team. And the world team on 10,000 points, people are earning between 20 and 30,000 rand. Okay, So I'm not going to elaborate any more on that. I would like to ask if anybody has any questions.
Monica, just going back to your original topic before you actually started recording.
Yes,
Has this guy Kennedy replaced Fauci?
yes, long ago. Yes.
Okay, yes, okay.
So just for the background for those of you who came in before we started recording, we don't talk politics or religion at Near Life, but every now and then it slips in. And I've just was fascinated by the new American, I think they call him the Secretary of Health. The son of the late Robert Kennedy Jr., was quoting statistics, and I'm absolutely open to understanding that anything we see or hear on the internet may or may not be true. But the world health problems that we are experiencing now are to do, he's focusing on children, and I think children is where we all should be focusing on mothers and fathers and grannies and people who are looking after children, because the illness in America is through the roof with children's health. And I think we're seeing it a lot in Africa as well, especially here in Johannesburg, where we are. There's a lot of big problems with children. And the thing is that we're still not, there's no clear answers as to what is causing the health breakdowns. But let me tell you, I have got a testimony which I'll share for you. Of a young mother who's been using our Vita Squares. So Terry, the Vita Square is a chewable health vitamin for children, and her 2-year-old, from being snotty and sick all the time, is now better, doesn't get sick much anymore. And because all we want to do on the health side is to get the children's immune system working. And our food is so messed, and I think everybody agrees that our food is now disastrous on the whole. If you are eating anything that's got a barcode on it or is processed, we shouldn't be eating it. And it says me, who enjoys a few things that have barcodes on them. But that's, and Meryl, you know better than anyone. You can attest to how important it is to eat naturally, and you managed to do it. You're impressive. All right, any questions? You can type them in the chat if you want to. Right, so I'm just going to quickly go through the housekeeping for the week. I said that there's a meeting in Durban this afternoon. They've put out the month end notice. I didn't open it, but we are.
Sorry, I have a question.
Go for it, Terry.
I have a question, please. My question is this. Firstly, let me thank you for the very great presentation. This was very amazing. Now, I would like to know, as I'm new coming, I'm supposed to get an account, right?
Yeah, Terry, I think I've got another session set up after this one. So if you just give us,
Okay.
when this one finishes, just give us 2 minutes after it's finished and so on, and then I'll start
Okay.
another session, and then we can talk to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Terry, whereabout do you live?
And I'm in Benin.
How amazing. Incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank you.
for Meryl and Mary, Benin is registered on Neolife has a warehouse in Benin. So
Oh,
fantastic. So you will be able to access products very easily up there.
okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to pull the meeting to a close. I just wanted to say thank you very much to everybody. Monica Dube, Mary, Terry, Meryl, Rob, for coming this morning. I will keep sharing things out on the WhatsApp group, and strength to all of you. And yes, and I hope everybody had a happy, heart-filled Valentine's Day yesterday. And have a look at the Heart program in the catalog, everyone. It's a good one to share with people. All right. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, so just give us 5
Thank
minutes,
you.
Terry,
Bye.
and join us again. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Monica.
Meryl.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Rob.
Barry. Thanks, Terry.